can you tell me, like, what did you do before you got into this business?
So it's always been a passion, right? And the old saying, you never work a day in the life if you love what you never work a day if you love what you do. It's very true. It's cliche, but it is very true. And I thought to myself, well, okay, this is what I'm passionate about, but how can I monetize that passion, right? So real quick, I was in third grade going to menswear stores, expensive ones, and putting stuff on layaway. I grew up very modestly, very humble, split level home in Woburn, Massachusetts, very blue collar. My parents like, okay, look, you want this nicer stuff. This is how you earn allowance. They taught me about layaway, all of that. And that's my first remembrance of how I got involved in custom menswear. Fast forward to 2009. I'm sitting in a cubicle working for who's now a very good friend of mine and a mentor of mine, doing recruiting in the pharmaceutical space. Very casual atmosphere. We were allowed to wear shorts to work, polos, but I didn't want to do that. So I wore suits every single day to work, right? And yes, outdressed to the boss, all that, didn't care. This is what I'm doing. It made me feel like $1 million when I woke up in the morning and worked out and then put on a suit. I felt like I'm unstoppable. I'm going to absolutely own this day. And sitting in a cubicle for so long, very comfortable, decent money, 7-minute commute to work, worked with some really cool people, stable. It wasn't enough. It didn't even touch my passion, right? So I said to myself, again in 2009, well, why don't I start this as a side hustle, right? I got nothing preventing me from doing that. So that's what I did. I launched what was then called Dressed by Christopher Quazzo, LLC in 2009, September of 2009, and launched a very expensive website fueled by Nike ID. Nike used to have this, and they still have it. It's now called Nike by You, where you could go on and see a sneaker. And there was like 12 different parts of the sneaker, and you would click on the color. Maybe you had 10 colors. You would click on the color, and it would change the color of the sneaker. I thought that was so cool. So I thought, what if I could do that for custom shirting, men, women, and children, where you click on the color of the shirt and then click on like 12 fabrics, where back then Robert Graham was very big. You could pick the color fabric. Let's say it was a white shirt and you wanted a burgundy paisley inside the collar and inside the cuff of the shirt. That's what I did. Small, medium, large, sizing, nothing, so semi-custom. So I did that for about 3 years. It was cool. It was fun. It satisfied the passion. I wasn't making a ton of money by any means, but it satisfied the passion. And I grew that organically. Trunk shows, I would wear them. Friends and family, strangers would ask where I got it. So I grew that for about 3 years and made it really official, right? Like the website, the business cards. It wasn't Dressed by Christopher Quazzo at gmail.com. I wasn't doing that, right? It was Chris at dressedbycc.com. I wanted it to look super polished. I didn't want it to look like a side hustle. I wanted it to look like, I'm all in. Mm-hmm. So I did that. Like I said, the LLC, all that was in place. Then a custom menswear company built a shop on Newbury Street in Boston in 2012. And I said, okay, I think I'm ready to leave my primary job and go work here. And I looked at that as my education in fashion design. Mm-hmm. Instead of going to school part-time and paying for it, I'm going to go work for the man in custom menswear, get paid to do it, and at the same time, get an education. That's what I did. I'm very glad I made that move. That was a very big move for me, and I'm thrilled that I did it. Got me more involved in the industry I wanted to be in. Did that for 3 years, soaked up everything like a sponge. And then it was my time to move on from there and spread my wings and really take the ceiling off of Dressed by Christopher Quazzo and blow it up. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did in 2015. And called on very organic, called on friends, called on clients. But at this time, my network has grown exponentially. Right. So I got more people to call on. And then I can offer this, I can come to you now. I can come to your home. I can come to your office, outfit you. And people love that. So I did that for a while, for about 3-4 years. And then now I'm in the Seaport in Boston, private, small little office where guys come and meet with me. And now it's weddings. And like you said, businessmen, big with the NHL, big with the NFL, guys who just want to look good, you know? And Shawn, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing what the level this business has come to. Again, very organically, you know? I make a lot of my customers into brand advocates, right? They wear it. Let's say I'm doing a wedding, a 10-man wedding, and they're all up on stage, up on the altar, wearing the stuff. Like, that's a great audience of 250 people, my stuff on display. And, you know, sometimes they're bright blue, loud suits. Like, you know, it's really, really cool who it's introduced me to. Would I be sitting here today without this business? I don't think so. I don't know what I'd be doing. I don't know if I would have reconnected with Kevin, you know, as a result of this. So it's really introduced me and reintroduced me to a lot of amazing people.